Man, all right, we're gonna
All
dial
right,
it
we're
down.
gonna
We're gonna dial it
stop,
down.
you
We
know.
gotta chill,
These children don't know about that era of hip hop. That time,
and they're not supposed to
it
either.
was a time to be alive. EST, 3 times dope, Cool C, driving around,
y'all
singing
not
about
gonna, yeah.
the glamorous life.
Glamorous life. Y'all not gonna be listening to y'all songs in 20, 30 years.
Definitely not. And granted,
Drake,
Drake.
And
Granted, some of them were one-hit wonders, but they were some of the best one hits we ever had.
And they say, I'll repeat this again. They, when you talk about one hit wonders, it is very tough just to make one hit.
Right.
So it's not as much of a derogatory term as people like to use it.
Right.
As it's like a huge accomplishment to have a hit.
Absolutely. And back then it was singles.
Yeah.
It was singles driven. Mm-hmm. Could you get that single out? Could you get that single on the radio?
You gotta get a single that hits.
That hits.
If you ain't got a single that hits, go back. Your whole album is finished.
It's not even gonna
go
come.
back to the lab and give me a hit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You think about somebody like Afro Man. I didn't something because I got high.
Yeah.
That song, he lived off of that song for the rest of his life.
Hey.
You know? Still living off of it.
Who the dad did rapping Ron?
I got that record. I have that vinyl.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That guy's probably eating well off of that.
Right.
Okay, rapping Ron.
It was a lot of rumors about who actually was rapping on that song.
Well, who was the rumor?
I don't know.
Well, who the hell was it?
What was it? It was the Rapping Duke.
The Rapping Duke.
Rapping Duke. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
People said that there's rumors back in the day that there was actually Fat Fire Freddy rapping on that song.
Wow, that would be deep.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I can't see Fab doing that.
I don't see Fab doing that either.
But
No.
you never know because you never saw his face.
Right, we never.
And it was just that single, no album.
Yep, no
Nothing
album.
came
It was
after
just that song, Rapping Ron, and hey.
Yeah.
Well, we are here.
We're here, man. What episode is this?
42.
Welcome to episode 42 of the Where's Brunch podcast.
Hey.
We in the building.
Hey. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's so nice to have you here. And as always, we like to ask that you follow, like, share, and comment. You can follow us on all social media platforms at the Where's Brunch podcast, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
The Book of Faces.
The Book of Faces, ladies and gentlemen. And you can listen to us on all streaming platforms. So do us a favor, give us a rating, and give us a shout out.
Shout us out. What's good? We a little early today.
We are early today, and we have styrofoam cups.
We have styrofoam cups with delicious slushies inside of them. Shout out to Unwind our family. Emily, what up? Vanessa, what up?
What's up, Jess? We are sitting up here.
I said, I called her Emily. My bad,
You
Jess.
who's Emily?
It's not Jess.
Oh gosh, Jess. He didn't give you a new name.
Sorry, Jess. My bad, yo.
So I'm sipping a frosé, and you are sipping
The bourbon peach slushy.
slushy.
It's delicious.
They're very strong, ladies and gentlemen. So we don't know where this podcast is going to go. We did have a wine tasting before.
Oh yeah, we tasted some wines today.
We tasted some wines. We purchased some wines, and then we left with the slushies in hand.
Yeah.
So let the party get started.
It's a little hoarse. How? This is kind of a silly question. How are you feeling?
I feel great. How about you?
You're awake now.
I'm awake.
It took you a few hours.
Listen, okay. We had breakfast.
Yeah, we have breakfast. We rarely actually have breakfast, right? Usually we're eating around,
12
brunch
o'clock.
time. This is the brunch hours, but
yeah. So we had breakfast this morning
today.
And the
With
breakfast
mimosas.
with mimosas, it was like a 1-2 punch, and I got back into bed. Okay, I was tired. I was like, listen, this is a lot of food. I don't know what it is, but my body is saying, go lay down.
Yeah, you was out of there. And the whole point is that we had somewhere to go. We had we went to go to the movies today.
Yes, we went to the movies.
12:30 movie time, and you were in a coma. Like 11:45, I got up to go take a shower. You was out. I wasn't. The movie's right across the street, so
yeah. So we was gonna make it, but your girl was tired. I was like, ooh, I'm just tired, and so I went to sleep. But I feel better. I feel like I woke up. The movie was great.
Yeah. We went to go see the Equalizer 3.
Equalizer 3.
Denzel.
Shout out to Denzel. Denzel
Breaking arms.
out here shooting folks, living in Italy, trying to live his retired life. And
People messing with him.
People messing with him.
But we ain't talking about that today. That's what we did. And then we left there, came back home, regrouped, and went over to Unwind to go visit the folks.
Yes. So
And get some wine, bought some bottles, building our collection back up.
Hey, and how are you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? Feel good. I got a lot of rest last night.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And today was a good day. It's nice outside.
Yeah.
It's warmer than I thought it was gonna be today.
Yeah, because it was very cool.
It was cool this morning, but by the time we left to go to the movies, it was starting to get a little warm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was only supposed to be 80 degrees today, but it felt a little warmer than I anticipated. But we had on sweatsuits because we were going to the movies, and the Dolby Theater in our movie theater be cold.
It'd be freezing.
It'd be freezing.
They made sure they put the AC on up in there. Okay?
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm good though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's
good. We'll see how the rest of the evening goes. And it's a 3-day weekend. Holla.
Hey, Labor Day weekend. Oh my goodness. So when you guys listen to this, it'll be Labor Day.
Oh yeah, Labor Day, y'all. Hey, shout out to, you know what I'm saying? To everybody. 3-day weekend.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all y'all still trying to throw these last minute cookouts.
Yeah, cookouts.
Yes.
We had a 5-day weekend. Right? And then we came back to work for 2 days. Yes. And now we have a 3-day weekend.
Yeah. And now we have a 3-day weekend. How about that?
So one of the things we wanted to talk about today was the burnout. We're recognizing burnout, and what do you do about it when you recognize burnout?
Yeah.
And so that kind of led to our little mini getaway this week.
I was definitely burnt out. I think, the telework thing, working from home and constantly the monotony of the work and being inside and stopping and taking breaks and going back to work and every day in, out. And I just needed a break, needed to pull out. Oh, pause.
There you go.
I needed a break. I needed to just not be looking at work, not be looking at the screen,
laptop,
not be looking at anything, and just clear your head and just not be doing that for a moment. And sometimes a change of scenery is needed, and a scenery like oceanfront.
Right. And it's wild that being at home, working from home, you can still get burnout. You know what I mean? You can still face that, and but what's some of the signs though? Well,
sometimes people are working more hours.
That's true.
Doing more work.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'll be doing
at home. You be doing 10-hour days sometimes.
Easily.
And I will easily be walked away, gonna turn on the TV, in a meeting, all kind of stuff.
I mean, my customers in Hawaii, so it kind of. But I like starting work at 8:00 in the morning.
Yes.
So regardless, they don't get on. They're not even awake until 1 p.m. my time, or something like that. So they start getting into the swing of things. So I need to be present for them too.
I think some signs of burnout might be you don't feel like freaking working.
Right.
Other signs can be you be making errors a lot in the work that you are doing. Yeah. I think other signs are oversleeping because you're tired, because you need a break.
Right.
I think also just you can be sitting and you just stare off into space because you can't even focus because you are so wiped out and tired. You're looking over here out the window where you're supposed to be focused on doing the work.
Looking at the front door.
Looking at the front door. Okay. So I think those are some signs. Lack of sleep. Maybe you aren't sleeping at all because you're tired and you're burnt out or you're fizzled.
You also have a pull though. You have a pull to the ocean.
Oh,
that
I do.
you have to. It's you have to get there every. You know what I'm saying? Multiple times a year.
I do. I think it is. The ocean has healing properties that maybe we don't really pay attention to. Getting in the water is great for your body, but also being near the water does something for your mind.
Yeah, it said 10 minutes near water, a body of water will improve your mood.
See that? That's all you need. So me, I just like to stay out there for 3 to 6 hours. and then I'm in a great mood.
If you were about to say 3 to 4, I was about to say you a goddamn lie.
3 3 to 6, sometimes 8. I'll stay out there all day if I got coverage and food and all those kind of things. I will just stay out there. Wine, snacks, a delivery, whatever you need. Just it works, and you just stay out there. So I like to sweat. It's great for like the sun hitting your body. You will get that detox, that you really, really need. So yeah, I should be by the beach.
I love the ocean. I can just sit there and just stare at it. So we went to Virginia Beach to solve this burnout, thing or whatever. And it was, I mean, you felt like you were burnt. I didn't feel like I was burned out. I just want to add that in. But I did want to get away, and I know you had brought it up some weeks before, and it just the timing and stuff. Yeah. And I'm saying we got New Orleans coming up for our anniversary soon. Yeah. And I'm just sitting here one day. I'm like, man, I gotta get her. I gotta get her on this trip or whatever. So, and we did this. I appreciate it. Of course. And we did this Virginia Beach thing, and it was like, for me, it was like the trip I didn't know I needed until I knew I needed it.
It was easy. Now, granted, we needed a boat to get there because of the rain.
I drove down in monsoon. It was nuts out there. You couldn't see.
It was blinding. Yeah, it was rough. But
we made it.
I just felt like it was so good. It was so simple. It was so easy. There wasn't any stress. We didn't have an itinerary.
Nothing.
It was just,
we looked up a couple of spots. And that was it.
I looked up some restaurants before I left, checked some hashtags or whatever. But I felt like maybe Virginia Beach is like the forgotten beach on the East Coast.
I've never been. I've been in the DMV since 1994, and I'd never been to Virginia Beach until last week. For some reason, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've been to Ocean City multiple times, but I've never been to Virginia Beach. And it's like, I'm like, this is it. This is great. And we went on a Monday through Wednesday. Strategically, just during the week, quick getaway. It's only 3 hours from us.
Yeah.
And the kids are back in school.
Hello.
Kids are back in college and high school.
All y'all kids.
We avoided all of that. So it was very quiet.
It was really quiet.
It was very quiet, except for the military planes flying overhead.
Oh my Lord, what are they doing over there? I want to know.
Yeah.
Lord.
So yeah, it was dope. You might be right, kind of like the Forgotten Beach, because it gives you the vibe. Like South Beach is South Beach. Florida is Florida. Let's just say that.
Yes.
However, in Virginia Beach, that sun was right on you, just like it is. It was right there.
It was like, bing.
Yo.
I was getting it. Listen, if I could have took my top off, I would have, because I didn't want no tan lines, okay? It was serious. It was
beating up on our patio. We stayed at the Moxie Hotel. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Marriott and the Moxie.
Yes.
That was dope.
Gosh, that was so much fun.
Check our profile to see the reel or TikTok. Check out the TikTok of I think I put it on TikTok too.
Yeah.
It's 2-month-old hotel, and it was just like promotes fun. It just promotes fun.
It promotes you to actually hang out in the lobby too.
Yeah, it does.
And they're actually putting a slide in. So I thought that the slide, they said it was going to be put in the next day, and they didn't put it in because I was ready to come on down the slide, y'all. I was ready. But it's a great place. You check in at the bar. They give you casino chips that you can turn in for free drinks. You hang out, and the staff is really cool and welcoming and upbeat and engaging and talking to you. And we literally sat down there because it was raining. It was pouring.
It was pouring outside.
It was pouring when
we got there. The rain stopped.
Yep.
Enough for us to get our bags, get checked into the hotel. The valet took our car away, and then the rain. We went to our rooms.
Yep.
And by the time we came back downstairs, in that elevator ride from our room downstairs, it started pouring. Pouring.
You're not going anywhere. You're just going to stay here at this here bar, and you can get your drink on and have a good time.
Then the rain stopped.
Yes.
And people were outside. I mean, I don't know if the last drop came down, and people were back on the beach, back in the water with their the surfboards and all that.
Yeah, the boardwalk. Yeah, they were on the boardwalk like quickly.
The waves were aggressive.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So the surfers were out there. We saw whales all day, every day.
Yes, I didn't know that Virginia Beach was a locale where you can go whale watching in the summertime. I'm like, whales are up here? Word?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. But I learned that when I went to the Visit Virginia Beach website. They said you could schedule your whale watching tour. I'm like, really? Okay.
All day, every day. Just swimming by.
Families.
Blowing the, you know what I'm saying? The blowholes and all that good stuff.
Which would freak me out because if you're like the surfboard people, I'm like, so you out there?
You out there with them? They're right there.
Right there. Just like a couple of them, just a little bit away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And except for that one day when I was in the bathroom and then you yelled out to me, babe, the whales are right up on the shore. And I'm like, what? And I run out of the bathroom and I run to the balcony and we're looking and he's like, right there. I was like, baby, those are people.
So I didn't have my glasses on.
She reaches down to get her glasses. She said, oh. Oh.
That's exactly how I said it. Oh, my bad. I didn't have my glasses
and I
on.
walked back to the bathroom and finished my business.
So done with me. So done.
I love it, man. I love it. It's hilarious, yo.
We had a good time, though. I felt like it was a great time for us to just chill and do absolutely freaking nothing.
I'm going to put you on blast real quick, though.
Oh.
It was a pet-friendly hotel. Somebody did want to bring y'all favorite chug along with her.
Listen, no, it's not a vacation if you bring him, okay? If you bring him, that means we got to walk him.
There was dogs. Listen, you ain't telling me nothing. I was looking at the numbers. But there were dogs all over the place in the hotel.
Dogs, and they were like, flip you too. Flip you.
What is your name? Fido. What's your name? Barco. Fuck you, Barco.
Yeah, they were just like, oh my gosh. There was one dog. He was barking at everybody.
Yeah, well, he almost bit a kid.
Yeah, he lunged at that kid, and then the owner really needed to have a better grip on him but also the mother needed to have a better grip on the child because he just. He
was gallivanting right over that child to that dog.
To the dog. Like, dude, you don't know this dog. And she should have snatched him up. And she was looking all confused and everything, whatever. But the lobby is great. They had Jenga games. They had card Citizens for Humanity.
Yeah.
They had the big
Connect
4 human size.
The cornhole
outside. They had indoor seating, outdoor seating, the pool with couches.
This is not a commercial. This is our experience.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was dope.
It's a great idea.
Like if we went back, I would want to stay there again.
I would too, and I would like to have like more people, like so we can have fun.
Yeah, we can get our friends to go.
We could get people to go.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe next summer. I'm like I said when we were there, I'm like, this could be a every summer type of maybe like midsummer getaway.
Maybe like the 4th of July or something.
Maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be lit, but it's all good. So that's what we did, man. Shout out to that because we needed it. We back.
We're back. We're a little tanned. Somebody told us we were tanned.
A little browned. You know what I'm saying? A little
bronzed.
Bronze under. What you said? I got a red undertone.
You have red undertones to your skin.
Red undertones to my skin.
Yes, and I have a more golden undertone to my skin. So
that sounds a little bit more luxurious than my red undertones. Well, you made yourself sound a little. You know what I mean?
You might got Indian in you.
Yeah, maybe so. Can you ask him what happened to my hairline? Because I went bald a long time ago. I don't see no bald Indians walking around. You don't see no bald Native Americans walking around, do you?
No,
you know them any in my family. There's a photo that's floating around in my family of like a great somebody, whatever, like full blood Native American literally sitting on a horse and shit. Like I saw the photo a couple times. Yeah, so who knows?
Well, you know how that went. The slaves that were freed felt like they could, join with the Native Americans, and some who weren't free went to the lands where Native Americans were because the slave catchers were not going to those areas to retrieve slaves.
We bought 15 minutes in. We already got to slaves. Trina
I'm
X.
just saying.
Trina X. Yo, relax,
reservations are, excluded from things. And
no doubt.
There are a lot of Black and Native American, shout out to the Shinnecock Reservation on Long Island, where my family is from.
Hey, listen, the oppressed tend to bond together.
How about that?
I mean, so
imagine if the slaves would have got together with the Native Americans.
like for real.
And revolted.
Yeah.
Imagine how that would have gone.
Right.
Might be a different United States
Who knows?
of America right now.
I might own a couple slaves right now, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, yo. But it's not in our blood, y'all. It's not in our blood. So, a friend of mine hit me up. She DM'd me the other day. Audio. I played it too.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna I asked her if it was okay to bring this topic to the pod. She was cool with it. So she basically said, she'd been married before, and she got a divorce, and she's been dating this guy for like 6-7 months. Serious relationship. The thing about it is that he's from out of town, and he doesn't have any friends here, male friends and whatnot. And she basically was like, she don't want to be out of bounds or anything, but she's like, she wants to introduce him to me,
right?
Because she looked at me. She said she looked at me and my friends, and we basically seemed like we got our shit together. Like, we know each other, so she knows. She's met me in person. She's been on my show and all that kind of stuff, so she knows. And she's like, she wanted my advice, like, how do guys handle that? Would she be out of bounds trying to introduce him to guys and stuff like that?
Right.
Like, to try to help him build his some type of network or whatever. And I thought that was really interesting, especially with us looking to move to Florida.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I could be in his shoes. And so I was like, well, it's a topic I think we can bring up. I mean, you have any feelings about it? Out the gate?
I would say out the gate, making friends as adults is hard as fuck. It's really hard. Like, you don't know these people. You don't have history. You're total strangers, and you're getting to know someone, and it's a question of letting your guard down, trusting total strangers, and all of those things. And it's very difficult as an adult, because whatever maybe past traumas you've had, maybe past failed friendships, you bring all of that stuff with you. And it's already, if you're living in a new place and you don't know anyone, you're trying to get adjusted and all that stuff, it takes a minute to get to find your bearings, and then to find a group of people. It took me a very long time in Florida to get to that space. I was just fortunate that my then supervisor introduced me to his fiance.
Oh, okay.
And it just rolled from there. And I had one other friend who was doing wine with me. And the three of us got together, and then it was just over. Then I had friends.
Right.
And then we were getting together, and then it was barbecues, and it was birthdays, and it was happy hours, and it was brunch, and it was all that stuff. But it took a good 9 months or whatever before I met her, and we hung out and all that kind of stuff. And it's not easy. And you miss your friends from back home, and you know, like all these things. And okay, so what's this friend dynamic going to be?
Yeah.
And how do you water this friendship so that it grows and that it continues?
Right. And then you add, for me, you add the male aspect, right? With the whole ego that we have. All those things from both sides, right? Let's say from her boyfriend's side, do I want my lady going out trying to find friends for me? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I? So you have to tread lightly there. Yes. As a woman, as a spouse or girlfriend or whatever it is. Right. You have to tread lightly there, and just know how to manage that. And then from the other side, it's like from my side. Let's just use me as an example. It's like, I don't want people bringing niggas around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't. I'm not saying this about my friend, because we already told her, let's do brunch. Yeah, let's do brunch. Let's do brunch, and that's the key. It's like, in my mind, in my opinion, it has to happen just naturally. You know what I'm saying? You just be around each other. Cohesion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if we vibe, then we vibe, because I don't have many new friends as a grown man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? James is like it.
I love James.
You know what I mean? I had a couple here and there that were introduced to the crew through other people, and that you know, it's like my brothers at this point and whatnot. But James is someone I met through Miss Her, and you know what I'm saying? And boom, it's like that. So completely unexpected, doesn't happen.
Right.
So it has to be kind of like organic. I hate to use that word because it's so overused these days, but it really does. As opposed to just let me introduce you to this guy so you guys can be friends. Whoa,
that don't work.
You know what I mean?
It'll be like, oh, resistance. I don't even want to do that. Now I don't want to go. I
don't want to go.
I don't want to meet him.
You know, or like, you know, my girlfriend's having a little baby shower, and I want you to go with me, and the guys are gonna be off doing something. I don't know these niggas. I don't want to go in there and hang with them and whatever. So, you know.
Yeah, I would say like in Florida, Antoine invited me over so I could meet Laura, and then we all like hung out and everything. And then it just became, we ignored him. We left him off to the side.
And that's a genuine friendship, right?
We just left him off to the side, and then all the girls started hanging. We went to dinner. We went to the beach. We're hanging out. We just left him on to the side. He was just like, well, I don't have no friends.
Right.
But he's like, you're my friend, but now you're Laura's friend. You know?
She stole his friend.
Yeah, so it's really it's a rough thing. Like we talked about, like, would you like it? And also you got to look at dynamics of single people versus married people.
Oh my goodness,
couples versus all of that, because I understand me being a single chick coming around a whole bunch of married folks.
Back then,
ladies are gonna look at me like, I don't want you around my husband. So you got to think about that. You got to think about what is a comfortable environment, what works for everyone. And then you just got to make sure that you even like the person.
Yeah, there's that.
Is the person shady,
might be like,
shifty,
corny,
you know, or whack, corny, you know, all those things. Showing up with 10 gold chains on,
oh
Lord, like that. You never know.
You know, you never know. Might have a Beijing or something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
sneakers are trash.
Beard.
I don't know.
Ooh, sneakers are trash. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Let me stop, man. I'll be judging people like that.
I've made new friends since I moved back here. Like, and it was different for me because I have like some girlfriends that are spread out, but I made some new friends. Yeah. And it's been great. Like, it's just, you gotta take time. It does take time. It's very uncomfortable. It's just like an uncomfortable space. Like, you're just wondering, like,
it can be awkward at times.
So it's,
even with you, it's like, it wasn't like I told my friends, hey, I need to, I want her to meet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We just went around. Yo, there's something going on. Let's go to it. Yeah. And then it just either it's gonna be you're gonna click or not. Yeah. And y'all did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all all cool and stuff.
And then it just becomes now we all sit together and we're all talking, and then the guys are on the other side
at
and
brunch.
they're all talking at brunch. The table just kind of splits.
It just splits up.
It splits. But you and me seem to still wind up next to each other.
I find a way.
Rub my leg a little bit.
They gotta let the newlyweds sit together. Y'all can be breaking us up and shit. Y'all been married for 20 years and stuff. Y'all ain't supposed to be sitting next to each other. Y'all might come in different cars. Shoot, who knows?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So yeah, man. I was honored and flattered that she looked at me in that light. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy. I told her, I was like, I appreciate that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's go to brunch.
Hey,
let's go to brunch.
Shots.
That's not gonna happen.
Okay.
So you know what I mean?
Okay, mimosas. All right.
Unless you want me to take Monday off because I need 2 days to recover.
Okay. How about that?
So yeah, that's the deal, man.
Yeah. So I was just thinking. Last night we were sitting and having a fireside chat.
Oh, rooftop.
Yeah, we were on the rooftop and we were having a nice fireside chat talking about relationships and, just how things move and all of that
talking
stuff.
Talking about our relationship like we always do.
Talking about our relationship or whatever. Talking about pre-relationship and all these things. Yeah. And we came to a place in the conversation where I think we had a disagreement.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you remember the exact point?
I do, because you were like, What?
So should we give some background?
Let's give some background to. So when he and I met, he made it a point to tell me, like, so whatever little people you got around the side or whatever,
these little niggas running around,
you need to cut everything off, because I'm serious. I'm not about games. I'm about you.
Straight up.
And I was just like, well, it ain't really nobody to tell nothing to, so okay, whatever. Nobody thinks that I'm in a relationship with them or anything like that. And you then said what?
Well, at that time, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. It was a couple people that I was like, all right, well, we're not gonna see each other anymore. Because I wasn't in any serious situation or anything with potential to be serious. So it was like, whatever these little things are, it's a couple of loose ends. We're cutting it off. Right. And I was completely honest. Like, this has always been my thing, to be honest, because I don't have the drama, the after drama. If you lie to people and lead them on, right, when it's time for some real shit, all of a sudden now it's like, what? Wait a minute, you've been telling me this whole time, this, that, and the third, and now you're trying to tell me I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So I never want to put myself in that type of situation.
So I then said, if said gentleman is having sexual relations with said woman, that is a form of a relationship. Even if you're telling them we're not in a relationship, it's like a mixed message. Having sex blurs lines.
Right. So that is where the conversation stopped.
Yes.
Right?
You ain't want to talk to me no more.
No, I don't want to talk anymore. This has to be on the pod, right? Because, yes, if sex is happening and the sex alone, does the sex alone blur the lines, or does the sex have to be paired with lies?
You don't have to lie. Just the mere fact of consistently, and I don't mean consistently like every day. I mean, but there's some kind of interaction where y'all are getting together and having sex. That's some form of a relationship.
Of course, any interaction with a human being is some type of consistent interaction with a human being is a relationship.
Women, when you're having sex with a man, you form bonds. So yeah, you're telling me I'm not in a relationship with you, but you still coming over and sleeping with me, or I'm coming over there sleeping with you. And this situation is blurred. If you're not in a relationship, don't have sex.
How do you? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Because this is why women be cutting people's tires.
No, women be cutting people's tires because they crazy. Those women that's cutting people tires is crazy. People don't act like that in the civilized.
If you are telling this woman we're not in a relationship, but I'm gonna still have sex with you.
Why is it just the man telling the woman that? What if there's an understanding that we're not? This is not gonna go any further.
Because sometimes women will say, "Yeah, okay," thinking
and that's a fault,
and thinking that okay, he's gonna change his mind because he's still hitting it. So obviously he wants to be here. So hello,
right? And that's the thing. What is the sex for? What is sex for? Is sex something that leads to a relationship in some people's minds, like in the mind of women? Because there's a lot of people out here having casual sex.
Right. There are women and men having casual sex.
Right.
This
so
is true.
If you're having sex with a person that's telling, and look, I don't really like being in public with you because you be wilding sometimes, or we don't go out. We don't do nothing else.
Right. You do nothing relationship-y.
Right. Right.
But you have sex.
But you have sex. Don't both parties know that this is not an actual functioning relationship?
But then the minute you tell that woman, hey, I'm not going to see you anymore because I'm going to go be in a relationship with somebody else, she's in there looking like, what? What have we been doing?
Having sex. Y'all been having sex. You know what I'm saying? And then
having sex blurs the lines, period. And all this, we're not in a relationship, we just having sex, or it's a situationship. It's just ridiculous because it is a form of a relationship.
A situationship. It's all relationships at the end of the day, and you have to manage those things. And the reality is that people out here do have casual relationships. It happens both ways, and sometimes at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might have a man thinking one thing and a woman thinking another. And then sometimes you have both of them having an understanding.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. Successful understanding.
However,
comma.
I'm with you though. A lot of times, because women are, I believe, more emotional beings, that the sex is it's a thing. It's a scientific thing that happens when the sex happens. So there's an attachment that happens
energy
there.
with someone, and you become attached to that said energy. Unless you're knocking down a couple of dudes, I mean, I get it.
Knocking down.
If you are, and there's no judgment to that. Everybody has their phase.
No, do your thing. Yeah,
do your thing. Everybody has
be
had
safe out there. Y'all be safe.
Please, everybody has had a whole phase. Enjoy it, live it up. Have a
that
good
doesn't
time.
mean you're a hoe though.
And be safe. And no, and it doesn't mean that you're a hoe.
Right.
But we kind of call it that sometimes.
Okay. All right.
But everybody has those phases or whatever. But I just think that if you like off and on sleeping with somebody for 7 years.
Right.
Come on.
So, all right. So that's hilarious. So if y'all been off and on doing that, right? So off and on means you have your own life. We have no life together.
I got that.
Outside
so
of
why
those
even
moments.
do that? Just cut it. If either you're in or you're out.
Who are you saying that to? The woman or the man?
Both. So nobody gets hurt. Because at the end of the day, when the cutting happens, it's gonna be like, well, we've been doing this for this long. Well, what's the problem?
So in your mind, a woman and a man, they meet, they court, and then they decide that they might decide to be in a relationship.
Or
and
they might not.
Right. I'm saying let's just go down that road though.
Okay.
And then the sex happens due to that. And that's how it should happen all the time with everybody.
No, that's not what happens.
Because you said you shouldn't have sex if you're not in a relationship.
I got it. No, I'm not saying that. What I said was that if you are having sex with someone, it is some form of a relationship.
Of course, but we're using that word a certain way.
Yeah.
A relationship, right? We're in a relationship, like you and I. We were in a relationship before we were married. Like you are my lady and I'm your guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Girlfriend, boyfriend type of situation. That's the way we're using a relationship. Now I have a relationship with Joe. I have a relationship with my sister. You know what I'm saying? They're all relationships.
Okay, well, you was having relations with someone.
We ain't talking about me.
I'm not talking about a person was having relations with somebody and be like, but we not in a relationship, boo. Just so you know, I'm just saying this is all it is. It's just this is what it is. That is just like,
and then she participates in that the entire time.
Okay.
And then you get and you
be like, okay.
And then you get surprised when it's over.
Yeah.
How?
Because y'all been doing it for however long.
But do you think I'm supposed to live the rest, like as a man, I'm supposed to live the rest of my life just doing this? I want something deeper as well.
Some men don't.
Some of them don't. But y'all complain about those men.
Yes, we do.
Right?
Yes.
You complain about the guy who's having sex with you
and telling you the truth.
You complain about not yet. You complain about the guy that's having sex with you and lying his ass off.
Yes.
Right? You complain about him, and you complain about the guy that you have in a relationship with that's been telling you the truth from the beginning.
Wait.
That's having sex with a guy, and he's been truthful with you. He's been upfront with you the entire time.
That there's no relationship.
Right.
Yeah. I just,
how can both of those guys be the villain?
Because it's just, it's messy. It's messy. It's very messy. I'm sorry. It's messy because you are up here. The dudes are out here knocking it down. You come in every freaking night or every other night. It could be the Monday, Wednesday, Friday dude, or it could be just the weekend dude.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday dude.
Listen, sometimes you got different days.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Too much information's coming out now. The Monday, Wednesday, Friday dude. That's what y'all black woman delegation teaching y'all people?
Listen, I told my girls to have a starting 5. Okay.
Oh, see? You see? You see what's happened right here? So are they going to be in 5 relationships? No.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're young.
But they're going to be upfront and honest with these people.
That I'm not trying to be in a relationship with you.
Right. So why is there a different standard for men than there is for women?
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, you see where this just went? I'm not cutting this. This is going out. Y'all see how this shit be, yo?
Well, my grandmother always told me the rule of 3. You have a rule of 3. 3 men. This is what my girl.
Where's my phone? I want to make sure My camera, the red light is on, but I want to make sure I'm recording this. Get my phone.
And that you don't break it off with any of the three until the one that's serious that wants to marry you. You just don't.
That don't work that way. That's a flawed philosophy.
Well, maybe back then it might have worked.
Maybe because
like one that was taking her out. Yeah, it was
navigation systems. They had nothing.
The 40s, the 50s, it was different.
Yeah, nowadays, or just it's in general. Like if when we met, you and I, Trina and Brocky, we met. And I wanted to date you seriously, and then I got the gist that there were still other guys in the picture. I'd have been out. I'd have been out. There's no way I'm hanging around that situation because I'm looking at you a certain way,
right?
And you're not looking at me the same way, clearly,
right?
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, as everyone knows, I was straight up from the beginning. So,
yes, you are.
You know, and this goes along the line. Like I'm straight up. Like I'm not telling you I just want to have sex with you. I'm telling you that I'm looking at this as a potential long-term thing, and I want to see where it goes.
Right.
And that's why. Listen, I don't want this to sound crazy.
Yes.
It was only like 2 people I had to text and say, hey.
There's only 2.
One person I hadn't seen in months, and then the other person is
I
whatever.
wasn't trying to put you. I got you. I got
you. But one of them, I'm gonna share this piece. I told you just before. It was like you said you didn't want to be in a relationship. I said no, that's not what I said. I said that we're not gonna be in a relationship.
That is so mean.
That's the truth. Is what I said before. This is not what it is. We are not gonna. I met someone because as I have said on other episodes, at our age, quickly if this person has potential or not.
Okay.
And when I met you, I was like,
got a little bit of my pixie dust. Hey.
Is you ate my baby?
Oh my gosh! But you made me wait though.
I did make you wait. I didn't make you wait. I was sleepy when I came over your house because I suffer from insomnia and sleep apnea, which I found out.
Yeah, but I waited it was way longer than.
It was longer than just that day.
It was
supposed. It
like a month.
Listen, man, come on, man. It's like it happens when it's supposed to happen.
I agree.
I'm not one of them dudes who's out here just chasing after every skirt possible. It's no fucking way.
And maybe I was just hot in the ass.
Maybe you was just hot in the ass, chasing after me. Hey, trying to have some dinner, watch some, you know what I'm saying, TV and go to sleep. But yeah, man, it's an interesting topic. Like, does sex blur the lines?
Hell yes, it does. Any man that is going to be like, I want to have sex with you, but we not in a relationship.
I was talking to
blur. I was
talking to our listeners.
I'm talking to our listeners too.
No, you just gave your opinion. You're trying to sway the listeners.
Ladies, if a man comes to you and says, I'm trying to hit it, but we ain't in no relationship, what are you going to say?
No. That's not how it goes.
Oh, well, how does it go?
If you're seeing someone, right?
Whoa. You're not seeing.
Yes,
because
you are
it's
seeing.
Just sex.
You meet somebody, and then however long it takes, y'all end up having sex, right? But then at some point, you discover or feel like you're not going to be in an actual relationship with this person.
Wait, you don't establish this up front?
You could. Some people.
You need to.
Some people might know early. Some people might know as you start.
That's even more insidious.
No, it's not.
If you start it off like we gonna be in a relationship, and
you're not. You meeting the person, you court, you talk to each other, and you going out, and then y'all might have a physical. You might have a physical attraction. People act on physical attractions without knowing anything about a nigga's bank account or anything about what they do for a living, or anything about their past criminal history or anything like that. People have crossed those lines before they know a whole lot about the person.
But when
we didn't, because I held out.
But when you say court someone, it makes it feel like it's a relationship.
No, it makes it feel like, let me see what this is going to be. So that's courting.
So you're vetting. Because that's not courting. If you're vetting someone to see if this is how it's going to be,
what's
you're
courting?
Vetting.
What's courting?
So courting is like you're taking this person out. It's like the interview because you are wanting to consider them for being in a relationship.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. That's all part of it.
But if you know from the jump, I ain't trying to really be in a relationship with you. I'm just trying to smash. What you're just vetting the person? What are you doing?
No, that's not really the scenario that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah, that's not really the scenario. I'm talking about you meet somebody and you might go out. Y'all might go out and stuff, and then shit, when you go out, she might eat her food like a pig, but she got a fat booty or something. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about guys. You know what I'm saying? Or she might look at you like, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get back. We going to your house after this, and you're like, damn, she just ate her food like a pig, but she with it. Y'all both with it. Y'all both go. Boom. Sex happens. Right? And eating your food like a pig, I'm being funny. But there's something about this person during that process that you realize
is a no for
I can't. It's a no for me. It's a no. It's a no for me. Right? Well, vice versa. She might look at him and be like, you know, whatever it is, like, you know, he talking about he left his wallet at home, but he wore gray sweatpants, and she might have seen something that she liked, and like, you know what, he kind of trash, but we're gonna see what this is about. Y'all have sex. You don't know. You know you don't want to be in a relationship with this nigga. Like, you know it already. Whatever they showed you during that process, you know it's not going to be anything more than what that is.
Okay.
All right. So either you're gonna be upfront about it, or you're gonna mislead the person.
Okay.
I'm just saying, is this not a scenario that could happen?
It
ways?
Definitely can happen. It definitely happens. I just feel like, you know, it's just this is blurred. It's just like,
listen.
It's messy as hell.
Listen, man. Just stay out of my DMs. You ain't grind your own spices.
Oh Lord. Here we go.
If you make your Chinese spice blend, leave me alone. No, man. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious about what people think about this.
The sex blur the lines.
The sex blur the lines
in the situationship. Because it's not a relationship, it's a situationship.
Oh, gosh. Okay? Well, you know, like I tell people all the time, I've been in a relationship with you longer than you was in a relationship with me.
Because I didn't know, you made me wait, so I needed to know what that was about.
Oh, the plot thickens. The plot thickens. Here I am in love with your spirit and your aura and everything that you bring into my universe. You are my queen.
I wanted you to throw that.
And you're like, listen. Yo, you nasty, man. Nasty, y'all. My wife is nasty.
You love it. You love it. Yeah, absolutely love it.
So, all right. So there's a segue here. There's a topic that we've had on the board for weeks now that we haven't touched on.
I know.
And I think this is a nice little segue.
A nice segue, right? Because if you decide that you're not in a relationship, this is what it turns to.
Maybe, but maybe so. And there's a huge demographic that just want to go down this lane. So what inspired me writing this on the board? So the topic is how men like tricking on women, and women like it too. This is whole, culture of tricking on women. Right, so what brought me to this is that song with Quavo and Future, and Future's his whole verse is he talking about he got a habit of tricking on the bitch and all this other stuff, whatever. Right? Check what's Lori Harvey? Ask Lori about the petite and all this other stuff, whatever. Like, he's talking about buying things for women, and basically this culture in hip hop, really, right now, hip hop and culture and whatnot.
Yes.
It's like for me it's like a prostitution thing. It's like, I want to spend money on you so you give me so I can have sex with you. And the women are now saying you can't have sex with me unless you're spending money on me.
They're saying you can't even talk to me.
Don't even come my way. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me unless you cash app.
So what I kind of wanted to bring this up, like this culture is it something that has always been around, but we just it was disguised, or what is happening? Do you understand what I'm going
I understand what you're saying. I'm just very shocked by. I've listened to some of the not dating stories, I guess interaction stories,
right?
About women telling men like, you can't talk to me until this is my Cash App if you want to talk to me.
Right.
You slide in my DMs, okay, here's my Cash App.
Right.
You want to talk to me even, you need to pay a bill. And I'm like, shit, how did I miss this?
Yo, where did this come from?
I don't know.
Because tricking on women, right, it used to be frowned upon.
Right.
At some point.
But now it's like common, it seems like it's like common activity for a certain group of folks. I don't know, because I can't relate, because that's just not what happened. For me, I don't understand this, but it is something, and you hear it in the songs. Mm-hmm. You hear it. You hear rappers, and you see people on IG lives talking about stuff, and I'm just like, whoa.
Lil Wayne said it. He said it ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah.
Right. This is many years ago, and I remember when he said that. A lot of dudes was like, yeah, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, whatever. But now it's just like. And not to go off on a tangent here, but it's just like the drug usage. How it used to be about selling drugs. Now it's about taking drugs. So, in hip hop culture or whatnot. So it's now an accepted thing. It's like if you hear something over and over and over, it just becomes an accepted thing. So now it's no shame in, I'm just going to spend money on this chick, fly her out, spend money on it just to get the ass or whatever. And it's like, there's a lot of women in this world. Why do you have to do that?
I don't know. I guess that's the lifestyle that folks are living. Like, I heard the Slut Me Out song. The dude that was singing that, I was just like, whoa.
A dude got a song called Slut Me Out.
I forgot the child's name, but then I heard Sukihana saying something about Slut Me Out too.
Right.
And I just don't, and the Chanel, you need to buy me a Chanel. And if you listen to City Girls, they talking about what you got to do and all of this, and they're just on a different level, because I think what Puffy has are on an allowance. So,
right.
Carisha, what you want me to say about this?
I don't know. I was just curious if you.
I've listened to it. You see it. You see that it's a culture. It's an underlying thing that the young folks seem to be doing and have an expectation for. And apparently, the exchange is working. The
exchange is working.
The quid pro quo is working. And folks got Chanel bags. And they get flued out and new weaves and all kind of stuff. And everybody's happy.
Yo, it's crazy.
I hope everybody's using protection.
I hope everybody realized that it's all prostitution. This is literally the definition of prostitution.
I mean,
sex for money.
Supply and demand.
Sometimes the money is exchanged before sex. Sometimes afterwards. I get it, semantics.
Goods and services.
At the end of the day, it's goods and services. It's transactional, yo.
It is, but I mean, I guess these people don't really want relationships. They're just out here doing what they want to do.
Well, according to you, they're all relationships.
I see what you're doing there. Whatever.
Yo, it's crazy, man. You want to talk about what we watching?
Yeah, hit it.
We're the Where's Brunch podcast, as you can see, and here's what we're watching on TV.
Excuse me, partner. Can you keep that shit down? You see me watching TV.
Yeah.
What you got for them?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I saw a few of my Facebook friends, Instagram friends, posting a picture that said BS High. And they were saying they were flabbergasted. They were shocked. They couldn't believe this. And I said to them, hey, I've been seeing folks post about some, BS High. I don't know what this is about exactly, but I think we should watch it. So we went on over to Max, HBO Max.
Yeah, I think it's HBO.
And we turned it on, and I just sat there like,
we both sat there with our jaws dropped, paused the entire
what
night.
the hell is this shit? Basically, so spoiler alert, if you have not watched it, just zip on through, or you can stay and listen.
Just turn the volume down. Give us our minutes. Give us our minutes.
Give us our minutes. So, a gentleman who decided that he was going to use a Christian church's initiative to develop a football team and lie and say that the kids were a school. The school did not exist.
Bishop Sycamore.
Bishop Sycamore, hence the BS. And this team, which did not have a real school, made it all the way onto ESPN playing football against one of the top ranked schools in the United States, IMG Academy.
And the people that he had on his team were 20, 21, 22-year-olds. There was no school.
There was zero school.
These are all kids, young adults that came from a harsh background that had, they dropped out or whatever it is, got out of jail, whatever it was, all of them. He would literally drive through the neighborhood looking for people to bring onto this team.
And on Twitter. And Twitter, he was reaching out to people, DMing folks and stuff. So he created this lie of a school, created this aggressive football schedule in order to get himself the visibility in order to get on TV. And he lied, he stole. He had these kids in hotels, net 90.
Yep.
Not paying for hotel rooms.
See when I see you.
Getting folks evicted from hotels. He had these kids getting PPP loans at the time because COVID was happening. He had these kids get PPP loans in their names for barbershops,
right?
And give him the money.
Yeah.
Which is my biggest question. Where is all this money?
I don't know.
Because if all of them kids got $10,000 PPP loans, where is the money?
I don't know, because he also didn't have a staff to pay. It was him, one other dude. They didn't even have a medical staff on the team.
They didn't have a physical therapist. They didn't have a doctor. They didn't have nothing. And he ain't had no playbook.
They didn't have actual plays. They were on ESPN playing.
Doing whatever.
They pulled plays from Madden, some of the players.
Listen.
It was insane. And so I remember when this was on ESPN, when this happened, and I know about Bishop Sycamore. Joe told me about the documentary. So just like your friends and stuff, and it was like watching it from this perspective. Yo, this dude he's a psychopath in my opinion.
Multiple personality disorder. I think he has it.
Yo, you watch the documentary, you see him going through these different personalities, and he takes a lot of pride in what he did, and on top of that, it wasn't illegal what he did.
It wasn't illegal what he did in the state of Ohio.
Crazy
as it sounds, he didn't get any jail time.
No jail time. He got a bunch of lawsuits, but that's about it.
He's got lawsuits for defaulting on bills.
Right.
But the state of Ohio couldn't do anything because in the end, because he was operating under a church, he didn't have to.
It was a religious school.
It was a religious school. He didn't have to abide by
like the state commission,
any of
whatever.
the Ohio State Commission rules and authorities.
Right.
So they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything.
Bishop Sycamore, yo, it was a great documentary. It was well done.
Scammers gonna scam.
Scammers gonna scam, man.
And
he ruined them people's lives.
He ruined those kids' lives. There was one kid who was the quarterback who got an offer to go to Grambling. But because they found out about him being with Bishop's, Sycamore, Grambling pulled the scholarship back. He felt like his life was over. He felt his mom said he was suicidal. Didn't she say that? The other kids, because when they found out that it wasn't a real school, people were tweeting about them that they should die, that they had no career, all of these things. And I didn't understand why these kids didn't sue him.
Yeah,
like they needed.
Maybe they did. They said they had like 300. Lawsuits or some shit.
He has 300 lawsuits.
It was crazy.
But he has a lot of debt. $300,000 in lawsuits.
$300,000 in lawsuits. Yeah, that's what it was.
Delinquent bills. Because what he would do is, like, they would go to play football. He would house all these kids in hotels. And he found out, because he was a religious organization, I guess, that they would net 30, net 60, net 90
Yep.
him, so they could live there for 90 days
Without
and then
paying.
without paying. And once they didn't pay, when the 90 days was up, they got evicted.
They got evicted.
And then he put them in another hotel.
He wasn't feeding them. They was going to the store stealing.
They
from
were
Walmart.
stealing from Walmart.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Just
Great
horrible.
really good documentary. It was just and the only reason this got blown up, in my opinion, is because rich white men got embarrassed.
Yeah, with the ESPN.
They were on ESPN playing, and midway through the broadcast, they were like when the quarterback got hurt and the other guy came in, and they're like, this guy, the number 10 is not on our roster that we were provided, and people started tweeting,
Yep.
and then they started talking like this is like a joke because they clearly couldn't play football. They were getting destroyed. They lost
Horrible.
like 56-0, something
They
like
lost
that.
every game.
58-0 to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost every game.
They lost every game.
And it was a wild thing to see happen on live TV.
It
on
was
ESPN,
just scary. But here's the coup de grace. The coup de grace of all of this is that he is going to do this again.
He
let
said
be.
it.
He said it. He said that now look at him. He's got a documentary. He
Yep.
talked to Michael Strahan. He's in rooms with people. Conversations are happening about him now. And now he's going to do it on a bigger scale.
Right.
He's going to do it on a larger level because people know who he is now.
Yep.
So he's going to scam again.
Yep.
He said he's going to do it again. And that is what's scary. He should be in a jail.
Yeah, it was kind of ill, man.
He
It was
should be
funky
in a
situation.
jail. He should be behind a jail. He's lucky one of these boys didn't beat him to death or kill
Listen,
him.
You
He's
heard
very-
me during the show. I was like, yo, how did somebody not get at him?
I don't know how nobody got hands on him. And just during the interviews, if you see these personalities that he moves through
Yeah.
and things that he doesn't want to admit if you already know the truth because he's willing to lie about it all.
He said he will lie. He's like, yes, I will lie to you.
I will lie to you.
I won't lie to you if I know that
You know-
if I know you can find the truth.
Lord,
Otherwise, yes, I will lie to you.
scammers gone scam. It was so unbelievable to sit and watch this and be like, how did nobody pull the plug on this sooner?
Right.
Nobody.
Hey, man. So, yeah, check that out. BS High.
BS High on
That's
HBO
what we
Max,
watch,
you guys,
yo.
or Max TV.
It's on Max
It's
now,
on
right?
Max. Yeah, it's something. And Lord, I hope he doesn't do this to a whole nother batch of kids, ruin their lives.
Anybody who follows behind this guy at this point,
Even the guy that was sitting there during the interviews with him, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
how you sitting here got his back? Oh, he really means well. No, he doesn't.
what did I say?
He's
You
a
got
liar.
a one-man cult.
Yeah, a one-man cult. He is a liar, okay? He is a liar.
Oh,
he is a
man.
thief, and he exploited these young men and
Yeah.
ruined their lives, promising them D1 opportunities, promising them scholarships when they weren't even in school. Like,
Yeah.
how are they
No
supposed to be
classes.
eligible? They didn't have classes.
No classes.
0 GPAs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and remember, he was charging the kids too. Remember?
That's why they went and took them loans out.
Yeah, he was charging them kids
Yeah.
to be in the program.
Yeah. They had to pay to be in the program.
They had to pay. Parents are taking out loans, going into debt for something that really didn't exist.
Check it out, y'all. Let us know what you think. Tag us.
Stop scamming people. Shit.
The scam is never going to stop.
Good
Scam
grief.
is going to scam.
Just like that man who sold that airport, in the Nigerian that sold the airport.
Sold the airport to Japan for
To Japan.
$240-something million.
That's a
I need to
scam.
sell somebody an airport, yo. Come on, man. That money.
I love it.
They said COVID's back out and PPP loans might be around again.
But there's a lot of PPP jail time going
Yeah,
around
that
too
did right.
now. I'm
Atlanta lost like half of their population. The jail PPP
Jail.
scams.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, appreciate you, man. It's fun.
Appreciate you more. This is really fun. What's for dinner?
I don't know. I'm hungry. So I'm like, yo, this shit's over. It's time to get some dinner. So I'm hungry.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's a long weekend. Like, we're just like chilling. What are we going to watch?
Yeah, we don't have anything else going on this weekend,
And I
really.
love
Today
it.
was the only day. And
love
tomorrow, I think we're going to lay low. I got to do my editing thing. And then Monday, we'll probably chill. We'll be on the rooftop at some point. Look at Beans. Beans over here stalking like I got more snacks from him.
Like,
and
where
shit
the
like that.
treats? Where the treats?
He
Give
about
me
to
the
bark.
treats.
He about to bark. Look at
Give me
him.
the treats.
Stop playing with me. Oh, hey. Good job.
Good job, buddy. He
Beans just high five.
He just gave me a paw. That means I owe him a treat.
Yo, let's go ahead and cut this off. Sorry, y'all. We just over here living our lives and inviting you in.
He's like, I did it. Where's my treat?
Yo, love you.
Love you more.
I think we're the Where's Brunch podcast, and we're out
Out
of
of
here.
here.
Right?
You haven't done it in a while. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.